Up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yeah, man, you don't want to give me Bush, but I got him over here, though.
That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Preston Smith there on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Carr. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And
there we go.
It's
what I'm talking about. Give me that shit.
It's going to be Packer football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, kill. Turn up. Kill. Spell.
first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The product of Jersey City to hear Whitehead on the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Gone. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. Back to the air, Goff on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Jump. Slam, slam, slam. Check out 3.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Back to throw. Goff.
Hey, hell a week for that. Hey, knew I was trying to get around that, bro.
Resulting in the sack.
Hey, hell a booty.
With a big-time sack on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A shotgun handoff now to Crowell. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
29. 29. Right there. Go. Go.
They run it from the gun with Crowell. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. Carr completes it, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the first rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 24, Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Carr, middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. And it's caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, Delta. Hey, 50. 50's the most.
Now Goff. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen. Hey, kill. Mike's 50. You remember me? Hey, exit. Hey, Mike 50. Let's go, D. Mike 50, Mike. Go.
The final shot before break here. Goff looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Maurice Hurst. In there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. The left side completion to Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Crowell. And an alley to run. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 20. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Check. Check. 93. Hey, 7.
Now they'll throw with Carr. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And Bryant's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Listen. Minus 50. Hey, box truck. Let's keep moving, convert. Go, Mike 50. Ricky. 5. Hey, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff looking deep for Adams, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Let's bring it. Yes, sir. Hey, zoom. Check 59.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Benson Mayowa. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
What now? Ready?
A first down carry now for Corral. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Corral. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The kick by Bryant is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
All right, y'all. Got to see what I'm about right here, man.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their deep. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To try again after the sack. Goff to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 27 yards there, a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Goff now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. This is Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Again, it's Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Goff now to throw.
Man!
At the goal line.
Good game, bro.
Here, Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it strictly for pride.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Raiders, it'll be a
drop
much
my
happier
game,
lineup.
blood.